My name's Jack. I've been a part of Rotes Velo for 6 years, so since 2015. I've been a part of 5 productions with them, and I think this is my 6th one. So I'm very, very happy and excited to be part of the Kinderaugen team. Normally I'm a dancer in the productions, but this time I'm working as a co-director along with Exit. At the moment, since we've been doing distance rehearsals, because we haven't all been able to meet up together yet because of various reasons such as COVID and Brexit, we've been doing distance rehearsals. So we had a first meeting in February where we all got together, shared some ideas, shared the beginning of the project together, and then we had some tasks. Now, prior to that, I had also been responsible for organising tasks for the performers, so they can get to know a little bit about their character, they can discover what the character is that they're going to be performing on stage. This way we can start to open up the imagination and curiosity of the performers and use that as an inspiration to dig deeper into the character and to generate movement as well. So that's my role in Kinderaugen. Maybe you saw Terra Incognita, and in that production I was a dancer and involved in the initial creative process, I think back in 2019, where we had the co-production with Sudpol in Lucerne. Interestingly, we had a big break because of COVID. So when we finished Terra in February 2020, everything happened, and then we met back together in October, and that was strange because we were doing the same piece but looking at it from a completely different perspective, because the world had literally been turned upside down. And it fitted in quite nicely because Terra Incognita means uncharted land or undiscovered territory. We really were stepping into new territory in a global situation, and so it was an amazing opportunity to kind of imbue that into the piece by making small changes and tweaks and yes, trying to understand how to approach the piece now in light of the current situation. And we were very lucky that we managed to get all our performances done. All the planned performances went ahead, and then everything closed down. So we somehow managed to slip through the cracks, but then everything was done under all the health recommendations and regulations, so we were very, very lucky with that. What is Kinderaugen about exactly? So I believe the first inspiration for Kinderaugen came from this story of Kafka, when he met this girl who was crying in a park. He asked her why she was crying, and she said that she'd lost her doll. So the next day, Kafka went back to the park and she was still there trying to find her doll. And he had taken with him a letter, and he told the little girl that he found this letter from the doll. And in the letter it was explaining all these incredible, fantastic travels that the doll was doing. So in that way, the doll was having an adventure, but still writing back to the little girl, so the little girl stopped crying and she was comforted by the fact that her doll was indeed safe. The idea of Kinderaugen is basically to use that story as an inspiration. So how can we use seeing the world through the eyes of a child or the eyes of somebody else to open up a story? So our thought is to start off with a cave. So somebody is in the cave and they maybe they've been there for many, many years. Maybe they were searching for something and they got lost, and then one day another person lands in the cave as well, and they're able to tell the other person all the amazing things that they've seen, and the person in the cave can tell that the other person who's just landed in the cave all the amazing things that he remembers from the past, basically. So using this game of like using somebody else's eyes to, or see through somebody else's eyes to then get new inspiration. This is the, I think, driving force behind the piece. And I believe we're going to be using a lot of objects as well, and each object carries a specific story, just like the doll represented these adventure stories for this little girl. For these two characters that we have in Kinderaugen, I think various objects will carry a past with them. And on the other hand, these objects will also carry a future. So one character is looking at these objects and remembering, one of these objects is inspiring a strong memory in one of them. And then the object on the other hand for the other character is inspiring a wish. So something that they look forward to rather than looking back to. So we have this kind of play between looking forward and looking back. Another aspect of Kinderaugen is the fact that we have two very, very different aged performers. So we have somebody who's around 80, and we also have the other performer who's around between 20 and 30. We want to invite the audience to see how this relationship is between the older and the younger person, and see what that can evolve between this connection too. Because normally when you see dance, you see lots of people the same age, and I think with this age difference, many interesting, new, exciting things can kind of pop up. And yeah, I can't wait to discover what those things could be. The first kind of performance showing that we have will be at the Dampfzentrale in Bern, where we will show a shorter version of the piece, I think about 20 minutes. And we have time, we have studio space, luckily for us, to start to build this piece together. So I think we're meeting for the first time in April to work there, and then in June I think we have our first scheduled showing. And yeah, we're very lucky to be able to have this space from the Dampfzentrale. It's an incredible opportunity for the company, I think, for Rotes Velo. Always stepping into a new establishment is a big step forward for the company. So any new connection that we can make, we're extremely excited and grateful for. So yes, at the moment I'm in the process of organising more tasks for the people, and then I will be kind of responsible for taking care of the shows when they're running, and also taking care of the piece while Ezekiel is busy with his other work at the theatre. So yeah, it's an exciting moment to be stepping into these co-director shoes. I'm very excited to see how we can develop our idea, and I'm very excited to be able to see so many of you, hopefully being able to come to our performance of Kinderaugen. So I hope you are all well. I hope you've all had a great start to 2021, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing your feedback. Hopefully we have some more open rehearsals too. I'm sure we'll inform you when they are. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and hopefully see you soon. Alright, take care. Bye.